I wanted to show you guys a cute little pencil or paintbrush or marker holder for your planning supplies. So what you're going to need is a bucket of water, and I'm just using plastic Tupperware that's deep enough for me to be able to like dip my mug into. Your object that you're marbling, of course. Nail polish. I picked a color that I think is pretty, but I don't really put it on my nails that often, so I'm pretty okay with just putting it into this bucket of water, not being mad about it. A tool to swish around that polish, which you'll see in just a minute. So this is just like an old paintbrush that I, again, don't care to mess up. And then matte finish. This is from Krylon, and you can get that at any craft store. Amazon probably has it, Walmart. But this is so that once you do have your piece dried and exactly as you want it, you can finish it basically so that it doesn't come off. So, and then the last thing, I have some optional objects here too, but, tools here, but this isn't optional, I don't think. It's just a scrap piece of paper. This is from my wedding planner that I didn't use, so that when you're done with your object, you can just place it down. I know you guys can't see that, but I'm sure you get the idea. Place it down, it's not gonna ruin the surface that you're working on. And then I also have here some spray adhesive, which I'm not sure if I'm gonna need this yet or not, so follow along with me. And then I have a gold queen. So I have gold leaf, and you can have that in either the sheet form, or this used to be sheet, but I've torn it up so many times and there's just like gold speckles now that I put on everything. So stay tuned. So to marble my mug, I'm going to start with my Tupperware of water and just get out my polish. So I'm gonna put that cap aside. And just with the bottle completely open, I'm just gonna make like a fun swirly pattern, which I'll pour in and then I'll show you afterwards. And it may or may not sink to the bottom. Don't sweat it. See if you guys can see that. So I'll show you just the basic step, and you can do this as many times as you like. I don't suggest doing it more than twice because then it'll get muddy and messy, but if that happens, you can just take some polish remover and take it right off. Ceramic, it's very forgiving, and polish obviously comes off with nail polish remover. So this is the fun part. I'm gonna dip it once because I'm not that brave. We'll see what happens. And you can turn it too to get more sides. We'll see how it turned out. Okay, not terrible. I actually really like this side. That's pretty. Maybe I will do it more than once. Getting crazy. This is actually super pretty. Okay, I lied. I like it a lot more than I thought. Let me just show you that real quick. How fun is that, you guys? Ooh, marble vibes. Let's see, I'm gonna be careful not to touch everything in here, and that can come off too. You can take it off with polish remover, but I don't really want to get it on my hands. And just with like the leftover, I think you guys can see that leftover polish in here, or you can dump some more, whatever. I'm gonna dump it in to this blank side and see what that looks like. We'll just see what happens. Just a little bit. Ooh, let's see. I got a little bit there, not too much more. Maybe that's the universe telling me to stop, but this is too fun, so I'm gonna do it one more time. Ooh, yes. Okay, that's what it needed, right? Isn't that cute? I'm gonna let it dry. This would actually be a super cute project to monogram too, if you have a vinyl decal at your disposal, or you can order them on Etsy actually too. So I'm gonna let that dry, and then I will revisit with the gold. The next step after your object has dried is to put some spray adhesive on your object. I am going to do just a little bit on the inside here so that you guys can see me. There's a tow truck outside right now, so I don't think you'd be able to hear me talk. I'll do a little spray here, show you how to apply it, and then I would highly recommend you put a piece of tissue paper down if you can, newspaper, something like that, outside on your porch, deck, sidewalk, grass, whatever, just to protect the surface behind whatever you're spraying. And then you can go ahead and apply your gold if you choose to. I'll show you a quick little spray of my spray adhesive onto my mug. You could probably use Mod Podge for this too, or any other kind of glue. This is just my favorite because I know I'm not going to smear anything. So I'll spray very lightly, just to get like some splatters out there. I don't know if you guys can see that, to put some gold on. And I'm using that tool that I was earlier, that I had on hand for polish. Just going in and patting it in. How pretty is that, right? So fun. I'm using like a bigger fat brush. You can probably use anything really, a makeup brush if you're okay with that, or you have an old one or something laying around. And going through and patting it on, and then also wiping away all the little specks that I know are gonna come off anyway. And reminder that this is not meant for an actual drinking mug. I'm gonna use this for my paintbrushes, markers, pens, stuff like that. This is no longer safe to drink out of once you put chemicals like adhesives, sealers, polish on it. Obviously, you're not gonna wanna drink out of this anymore. Guys, how pretty and fun. So excited. If you can get fixative or a finish on it, a sealer, do that just to keep it safe and, you know, keep it from falling apart basically. But now you have yourself a cute little marker mug and whatever for your planning tools, and I just love it. I hope you guys love this. I hope you're staying creative and finding ways to entertain yourselves, your kiddos, whoever you're stuck with at home right now, and being safe and healthy and well. And stay tuned for more projects from us. Bye.